Part 101. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 1001. So strong. This guy in front of me is too strong. He can't stand it at all. Wasn't he seriously injured? Is this a serious injury? Why does it still look like it's getting more and more fierce? Huang murder. You despicable villain. You actually pretended to be seriously injured to lure me out. Xing Lianjie gritted his teeth and said viciously, as if he had been wronged. At this moment, even Huang Shi himself was stunned. Yeah, didn't I get hit hard? Those wounds just now seemed so real. So what state am I, in the end? Could it be the two cards that the Lord just gave me? Huang Shi's eyes lit up, and he instantly found the crux of the problem. He's not stupid either, he fully understands how the situation feels after a little bit of feeling. At this moment, these wounds on his body have gradually healed. This is an excellent symbol. And the tiredness from the long battle has gradually disappeared. Hey, this kind of card from the Lord actually has such a magical effect. Huang Shi's eyes lit up, and he became more and more excited. At this moment, I was thinking about it, and my face became more and more flushed. Originally, a 5-star emperor like Xing Lianjie was no match for him at all, not to mention now that he is refreshed and his combat power has skyrocketed. Although both are in the realm of 5-star emperors, there are also huge differences between 5-star emperors. Bang bang bang. Huang Shi is pressing step by step, and Xing Lianjie can only retreat. On the other side, Fang Fan led Galen and others to kill and hunt down those Meteorite clan cultivators. 10 minutes later, all members of the Meteorite clan were killed except that Xing Lianjie. Do not. Wild murder. You can't kill me. I'm the young master of the Meteorite clan. If you kill me, the Meteorite clan will not let you go. It's impossible to let your desolate clan go. Let me go, I'm absolutely sure about your business. Keep it secret, I promise. Click. De Hao's head fell to the ground, and Huang Shi was holding a machete in his hands, with a look of contempt on his face. If a villain like you can be trusted, then the galaxy can really flow backwards. If I let you go at this moment, the Lord is really dangerous. Huang Shi wiped the blood on the machete a little, and then cleaned the battlefield a little. Lord, this is the storage ring for these people. And, kill them, and suddenly there are some more divine crystals and strange cards in my virtual space. Huang Shi frowned, and then handed over a stack of cards. Fang Fan nodded indifferently, he was not surprised by this. Because he found out before that this kind of card and some divine crystals will only be released when he and his legions, heroes, and the barren tribesmen who belong to him kill the enemy. Moreover, these cards and divine crystals appear directly in their own virtual space. This time, he killed a 5-star emperor and nearly 23-star emperors, and the record is still very brilliant. Relatively speaking, the loot is even richer. Lord, seize more than 1,300 trillion divine crystals. I don't know how many real kings and emperors. And these cards. The so-called card is actually a side gain. With more than 1,300 trillion divine crystals, Fang Fan's eyes suddenly lit up. This is windfall. Now he is seeing that there are not enough divine crystals to buy law comprehension cards to comprehend various laws. Really dozed off to send pillows, so intimate. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 1002. Law Comprehension Card? A law comprehension card that can directly comprehend a whole law. This thing is much more reliable than the low-end version of the law comprehension card, it's worth about 1,000,000 billion divine crystals. Fang Fan glanced at the harvested cards, and a smile appeared on his face. There are 13 royal promotion cards, the explosion rate is quite high. 1 is equivalent to 1 trillion king promotion cards, and these are also equivalent to 13 trillion divine crystals. Low-level Emperor level potential burst card, it can directly increase the combat power of cultivators below the 5-star Emperor level, including the 5-star Emperor level, by 1 level for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, they will fall into the weak period for 10 hours. The combat power is reduced by 90%. Fang Fan's eyes lit up, and sure enough, I still need to kill more high-level cultivators, so that the quality of the cards obtained will be higher. Like this, there is already a potential explosion card of the Emperor level. This is very strong. For example, if it is used by Galen, the original 3-star Emperor realm will be able to exert the combat power of the 4-star Emperor realm within 10 minutes. In the Sovereign Lord realm, 1 level, the increase in combat power is more than several times. This is a life-saving card at a critical time. Emperor level equipment card. Fang Fan continued to clean up the remaining cards, and when he saw this king level equipment card, he nodded secretly. Although he also has a few pieces of Imperial artifact in his hand at the moment, but it does not mean that the Imperial artifact is worthless. For an existence like Xiling, there is nothing but a 1-star Imperial weapon in his hand to support the field. After all, the resources of the Luminous Galaxy are limited, but there are many Emperors of the Luminous Galaxy who do not even have an Imperial weapon. That is really humble. Use. Ding. Use an Emperor level equipment card, and the 7-star Emperor's Law Pistol has been issued. 7-star Emperor? Fang Fan's face immediately brightened, knowing that a normal 1-star Imperial artifact is worth 1 million billion divine crystals. The value of the 7-star Imperial artifact is immeasurable. The Law Pistol. What is this? Fang Fan frowned, looking at the silver-white pistol in front of him, lost in thought. I have to say, the appearance of this pistol is still very good, and it looks really seductive. But eye-catching and practical are two different things. Fang Fan's eyes couldn't help but look at him to introduce. Law Pistol, 7-star Imperial weapon, use the law as the bullet, shoot the law bullet. The more laws that are fused, the stronger the law bullet. Looking at this introduction, the stunned look on Fang Fan's face became more and more obvious. Using the law as a bullet? So arrogant? In Fang Fan's memory, all the laws are actually illusory existences. Cultivators have to be careful to understand the power of the law, and now they have to use the law as a bullet. This idea can only be said to be extremely bold. Fang Fan's eyes lowered slightly. Then hold the law pistol in your hand. How do you load this gun? Fang Fan's mouth twitched, he pulled the trigger several times, but it was useless. Ding. The host can directly focus the power of the law that has been comprehended into the gun chamber and launch it. The system prompt sound came, Fang Fan nodded secretly, and immediately began to operate according to what he said. Let's activate the law of desolation first. Fang Fan secretly said in his heart, and then the surrounding abruptly swept the laws of the desert. These laws of desolation are directly gathered in the law pistol in Fang Fan's hand, condensed into the appearance of a bullet. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 1003. Wonderful. It's amazing. As long as it is the power of the law that I have comprehended, and then use it, I can directly reload. Now the way of loading ammunition is known, but I don't know what the final effect will be. Fang Fan squinted his eyes, and there was a glint in his eyes. To be honest, he is still more concerned about this. Boom. A cracking sound came, and Fang Fan's arm also followed Zhan Chan violently. My CAO. This bursting feeling is so strong. It's not equipped with a silencer at all. Fang Fan poked out his itchy ears. The sound of the explosion just now seemed very real. The law bullet passed through the law pistol in Fang Fan's hand, forming a beautiful landscape in the air, and then directly protruding. The speed was getting faster and faster, and there was a feeling of palpitations. Boom! 1,000-meter-high mountain in the distance burst into powder directly from top to bottom. What a mighty power! This is already equivalent to the full blow of an ordinary 5-star Emperor Realm or even a 6-star Emperor Realm powerhouse. Sima Xiang, the deputy leader of the big divine sect on the side, shuddered, took a breath, and watched the explosive effect in disbelief. Powerful. Too strong. It has already surpassed a limit. Fang Fan's eyes lit up. He was secretly overjoyed. The preliminary test showed that the power of the law pistol is not bad. This is just the power of using a single law as a bullet. If the power of 2, 3, or even more laws can be combined, what will the power look like at that time? Fang Fan's eyes gradually changed. He really didn't care much about this law pistol before, he just thought he got a new weapon. But now, the feeling has completely changed. If I make good use of the law pistol, it may become a big killer in my hands. The corners of Fang Fan's mouth rose slightly, and he already had a plan in his heart. Lord, do you want to go to the camp of our Baron tribe in Wailing Valley? There are many Baron tribes gathered there. If they know of your arrival, they will be very happy. At this time, Huang Shi, who was beside him, came over excitedly, and his eyes couldn't help but show anticipation. Fang Fan hesitated a little. Forget it this time, I'm going to Chen Tianxingyu to do something. And what you have to do now is hibernate. Don't expose your identity too much. Be careful to protect yourself. Fang Fan also wanted to win the hearts of a wave of Baron clansmen, but on the one hand, Fang Fan didn't really want his relationship with the Baron tribe to be known by Snake Charm and others, especially Sima Xiang, the vice chief of the big divine section. One more person to know is equivalent to one more danger. In any case, it is difficult for them to directly carry the banner of direct confrontation with the gods now. Before the wings are full, choose as low-key as possible to be the king. Lord, then let me follow you. If you encounter any danger again, I can stand in the way for you. You are the future and hope of our entire Baron clan, you must not have any accidents. Huang Shi looked at Fang Fan with burning eyes, looking very sincere. This time, Fang Fan did not refuse. He didn't know what troubles he would encounter when he went to the Chentian Star region. If there was a Baron guard from the 5-star Emperor realm accompanying him to protect him, the safety factor would naturally be greatly improved. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 1004. In the end, Fang Fan let Huang slaughter casually, and the other God-forsakens returned individually. If you bring all of them, the movement will be too big. Immediately, Fang Fan also changed a set of equipment for Huang Shi. His black-robed machete could be seen as a God-forsaken. If he just walked around so arrogantly, it would be too eye-catching. As for the mask of the slaughter, he is still wearing it. According to what he said, he is used to wearing a mask to act. Fortunately, the flying warship was only damaged after such a fierce battle, but it did not collapse directly. After careful repair, it could continue to be used. Everyone sat back on the flying warship, preparing to continue to move towards Chentian City. Help me! Suddenly, a girl with bound hands and feet came running from a distance, with some mottled blood on her body. Looking at the direction from which he fled, it should have been captured by those meteorite clansmen before. Fang Fan sighed softly and strode over to untie the rope on the little girl. The little girl looked young, not too different from Yun Xiao Xiao. She had a standard melon seed lowly face, and her eyes were still full of red threads. She should have cried just now. Where did you come from? Where are you going? Are there any followers? Fang Fan's eyes glanced around, but he didn't see any other figures. They were all killed. I want to go back to Qinqianken. Can you take me back? I think you are a good person. As soon as we met, Fang Fan was handed a good person card. Fang Fan smiled bitterly, feeling quite helpless. However, Fang Fan was a little hesitant to bring such an unknown little loli. Unidentified, I don't know anything. Take it in case there is any trouble. I can pay you commission. The little girl spoke again. Fang Fan pouted, secretly asking, can I charge you a commission from a little girl? Do we, Fang Fan, want to hang out in the arena in the future? Fang Fan's eyes gradually focused on the position of the little girl's hand. There are 1 billion top-quality divine crystals here. Is it enough? Not enough to wait until I return to Chentian City to get it for you. The little girl said lightly, as if it was something that didn't matter. This is 1 billion top-quality divine crystals. A top-grade divine crystal is equivalent to 1 million low-grade divine crystals. 1 billion, that's 1 trillion low-grade divine crystals. This is already a terrifying number. Fang Fan sighed softly from the side. Originally, Fang Fan really wanted to pretend to be a local tyrant, but it turned out that he still couldn't escape the law of true fragrance. Ding! The host successfully comprehends a trace of the law of true fragrance. Fang Fan. Even the dog system came out to mock it? But 1 billion top-grade divine crystals and 1 trillion low-grade divine crystals are in front, so Fang Fan can't just choose not to. He's not that stupid. Well, I've always liked to be helpful. For the sake of you being so cute, I'll take you to Chentian City to find your family. Fang Fan said solemnly, but the speed of his hands was extremely fast, and he took the divine crystal into his pocket calmly. Everyone couldn't help rolling their eyes, and they liked to help others. Obviously it is the god crystal of greedy people. In the subsequent exchange, Fang Fan only knew that her name was Shan'er. Everyone made a little preparation, and then began to run towards Chentian City. The number of people has been slightly adjusted, increasing the combat power of the 5-star Emperor realm and the little girl Shan'er. Divine system of the strongest card supplier in the end times, Doomsday strongest card supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 1005. For some reason, this little girl likes to grab Fang Fan's arm and stay by his side. To say that there are many young women and girls in the flying warship, it is completely possible to communicate with them. But this little girl named Shan'er just didn't want to. Fang Fan sat cross-legged, his left arm was occupied by Xiao Xiao, and his right arm was occupied by the little girl Shan'er. Fang Fan smiled bitterly, speechless and condensed. As for the newly added Huang Shi, he honestly stood on the sidelines and watched. The atmosphere seemed a little solemn, and everyone had not woken up from the battles between them, and there was a feeling of dizziness. How could the former leader of the God-forsaken become an ally now? If it wasn't for the leader of the abandoned gods just now, they might have been wiped out by another wave of abandoned gods. Fang Fan, just who are you? I wondered if you came from a big family in outer territory before. I thought you were most likely the young master of a big family in outer territory. Now it seems, that's true. Your big family is really unusual. Even the God-forsaken of Wailing Canyon can be deterred. Zi Ling's beautiful eyes were raised, and she looked at Fang Fan, and the curiosity on her face was obvious. There are so many things about Fang Fan that deserve to be surprised. At this moment, it is not only Zi Ling who has this question in her heart, but other people as well. Now we cast curious glances at Fang Fan together. Fang Fan shrugged and glanced at Zi Ling speechlessly. This woman's paranoia is starting to strike again. I've told her how many times, but she just doesn't listen. Is there a connection here? Are you thinking too much? Stop guessing my identity. If I really are the young master of a big family, as for me to accept your small list of 1 trillion 2 trillion. Fang Fan pouted, IQ. Then why did the leader of the God-forsaken ask you to be your lord? He is a 5-star Emperor realm powerhouse. Smash it with divine crystals. You're so poor, it's unlikely. Zi Ling narrowed her eyes and said directly. Actually, it's because of the charm. That damn charm. Fang Fan started to fool around. He can't say because I'm an origami. And they are desolate people, so they pay their respects to me? No one will believe it. The true God has fallen into the mortal world. And share the disaster with them. Charm. Zi Ling smiled and rolled her eyes involuntarily. What? What do you mean by that smile? Don't you really fall in love with me because I'm too attractive? Give up. There is no result. Fang Fan deliberately opened the topic. You are dreaming. Is this palace lord going to fall in love with you? Zi Ling's pupils instantly widened, and her voice was so loud that Fang Fan was taken aback. This woman, doesn't she have a violent disorder? As for being so excited? The voice is so loud. After Zi Ling said this, her face blushed a little, and she turned to the side and stopped talking. The reason why she deliberately raised her voice just now was because she felt a little lack of confidence. Zi Ling took a breath and stomped her feet secretly. What kind of mess was she thinking about in her head? How is this possible? The snake charm on the side watched the exchange between Fang Fan and Zi Ling, and a strange smile appeared on his face. Yun Yun snorted twice and deliberately got closer to Fang Fan. The scene seemed a little awkward. Fortunately, this embarrassment did not last long, because the flying warship quickly entered the Chentian Star territory, and made great progress all the way, entering the sphere of influence of Chentian City. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 1006. Chentian City is ahead. Everyone, be careful. Well, if you can avoid trouble, try not to cause trouble. As Zi Ling spoke, her eyes focused on Fang Fan for a long time. Fang Fan's face is stunned. You just speak to, what are you looking at me for? I got into trouble? Is this deliberately targeting me? I never get into trouble. Fang Fan said solemnly, and said it with confidence. Zi Ling rolled her eyes, are you not causing trouble? If you don't cause trouble, there will be no troublemaker. The flying warship cannot directly drive into Chentian City. According to the rules of Chentian City, it can only temporarily stop at a suitable location. After getting off the flying warship, you can't fly directly into Chentian City, you can only walk. All in all, the rules are quite complicated. Anything that is not in place may alarm the city guards of Chentian City. Standing outside Chentian City, looking up, the entire Chentian City can't see the edge at a glance. This must be at least a few hundred meters high, right? And it's built so grandly, Chentian City really deserves to be the home of the Chentian family. Gu Neng, the pavilion master of Chasing Soul Pavilion on the side, uttered a sigh, and looked at Chentian City with a burning gaze, with infinite awe in his heart. The power of the Chentian clan is not something we can peep at. The strongest in our luminous galaxy is only the 7th rank power, while the Chentian clan is the 3rd rank power. The gap between them is really too big. Demon Heaven Pavilion Demon Emperor Snake Charm could not help but sigh. The Motion Pavilion is indeed the first force of the Dark faction in the Sun Galaxy, a dignified 7th rank force, but it is placed in the Chentian Star region, and it is placed in the Chentian City. It is really like a drop in the ocean. Too trivial. So, does this Chentian Zoo belong to your dark camp, or is it a light camp? Fang Fan raised his head in surprise and asked a question that he was more concerned about. The so-called distinction between light and darkness is very obvious in the Sun galaxy. Even at every turn, the battle between the light camp and the dark camp will break out. The Chentian clan actually has a single god that they believe in. This god belongs to the neutral camp, so Chentian City is not so clear about the light camp and the dark camp. It's a discriminatory thing. Zi Ling explained on the side. Fang Fan nodded. This seems to be relatively normal, otherwise it will be a battle between the bright camp and the dark camp at every turn. When you enter Chentian City, you will not be able to do it directly. Okay, just park the flying warship here, there is just a special parking place here. Then we can enter Chentian City. The snake charmer said, and then ordered the helmsman to start action. Boom. At this moment, another purple flying warship suddenly rushed over, and because of the speed, it directly knocked the flying warship of Motion Pavilion into the sky. Everyone felt a shock, and it took a long time for them to relax. Brothers, disembark. This time I must take you to Chentian City to have a good time. I heard that there are beauties of all ethnic groups in Chentian City, I'm blessed tonight. From the purple flying warship, a group of people walked down, and at a cursory glance, there were about 30 or 50 people. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 1007. As the group of people spoke, they immediately disembarked and flew towards the gate of Chentian City. Crashed our ship and just wanted to walk away like this. Is there such a reason in the world? Fang Fan's eyes gradually turned gloomy. This group of people are trying to die. On the road to death, jump madly. Hey, boss. What did they say? They said we hit the boat? It seems like they want us to pay compensation. Ha ha ha. What are these people thinking? Looking at the logo of this warship, it seems to be from the luminous galaxy. Don't make me laugh, okay. That garbage place in the Sun galaxy, it is said that the strongest one is only a 7th rank force. Ha ha ha, I'm laughing to death. Even a mere 7th rank force dares to be arrogant in front of our Senluo clan. A group of people laughed happily. The one headed by this group of people was a young man with a hook nose in purple clothes. Be quiet. Noisy, what does it look like? I told you already. Our Senluo people convince people with reason. What happened to the luminous galaxy? Although they are powerful, there are still many beauties. Tisk tisk tisk, each of these looks amazing. The hook-nosed youth subconsciously swallowed a mouthful of saliva, stared straight at the snake charm, and then glanced around with a greedy look on his face. Snake charm and other women showed disgusting expressions on their faces. This young man with a hook nose seemed too shameless. However, when they heard the name of the Senluo tribe, Snake Charm and others suddenly changed their expressions. The Senluo clan seems to be the 6th rank force in the Chentian Star territory. I saw it before when I watched the 10,000 clans in the Chentian Star territory. It is said that it is considered a good power among the 6th rank forces. Snake Charm's face looked ugly, but he didn't expect to encounter such trouble when he first came to Chentian City. Fang Fan, forget it, the flying warship is damaged a little bit, just go back and repair it. Snake sighed, wanting to choose to be patient. Their Motion Pavilion is only a 7th rank force, not a top 7th rank force. And the Senluo clan is a genuine top 6th rank force. Even if 10 Motion Pavilions are tied together, there is absolutely no possibility that they will be the opponents of the Senluo clan. So at this moment, Snake Charm wants to retreat. This kind of thinking seems very real. Fang Fan, don't be impulsive. At this moment, Zi Ling also came over nervously and silently grabbed Fang Fan's arm. The expressions of everyone seem to be very unified, but in fact the meaning they want to express is also very obvious. that is, endure it? Even if we want to retire now, do you ask if they will let us retire? Blindly forgiving will only make them more aggressive. Since they stretched out their claws, just cut off their claws. Is there so much trouble? Fang Fan chuckled lightly. While smiling, he looked at the practitioners of the Senluo tribe. Apologize, take out 5 trillion divine crystals to compensate. You can live. This is my last reminder. Fang Fan directly issued an ultimatum. Sometimes, some people just like to court death. For this group of people who like to court death, all Fang Fan can do is to satisfy their wishes and give them a ride. Ha ha ha, I don't have enough laughs. When will it be the turn of the hot chicken from the lower tier galaxy like the luminous galaxy to threaten us? Last reminder. Then young master also came to remind you once, send a few beauties here obediently, and then offer all the divine crystals. If Ben young master is in a good mood, he can also let you die. Divine system of the strongest card supplier in the end times, Doomsday strongest card supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 1008. The hook-nosed young man stretched out his finger and pointed at Fang Fan and the others, smiling happily. Cut it off. Fang Fan waved his hand and said indifferently. It's all over now, it's pointless to say too much. They are all looking for death, then, let's just send him to die. Swoosh swish. Garen on the side moved directly. The cultivation of the 3-star Emperor realm exploded to the extreme. The speed became faster and faster, and the target went straight to the hook-nosed young man. Seeing Galen attacking, the hook-nosed youth looked indifferent. Kill him to death for me. Click. Stab. What? Ah. The roars of the Hestian seemed all the more real. The hook-nosed youth Senluo Aotian was instantly stunned. This guy, how dare this guy do something to him? Is this, a lunatic? The movement here is a bit loud, and groups of people who eat melons are gradually rushing towards the surrounding area. I'm going. That seems to be the young master of the Senluo clan, Senluo Aotian. I've seen him before. Tisk, the Senluo clan is also a 6th rank force. I heard that I want to be promoted to a 5th rank force recently. The young master of this level of force had his arm cut off on the spot. Who are those people on the opposite side? Tisk tisk, that's crazy. It seems to be someone from the Sun Galaxy. You didn't see the Sun flag on the warship. Sunday Galaxy? I'm going. Big brother. Don't make fun of me, okay? Can these two forces be confused? It's not the same level at all, okay? Hey, this group of people is too impulsive. It seems that the two 7th rank forces of the luminous galaxy can still be put on the table, but even if all the forces of the lunar galaxy are gathered together, they are not the opponents of the Senluo clan. Death. The taunts of the surrounding people who eat melons make the whole atmosphere seem lively. Senluo Xiaotian was holding his broken arm, and his forehead was covered in cold sweat. Just now, he almost died just now. These damn bastards of the third-rate forces. He really dared to do something to him. If he didn't dodge a little in the end, and the surrounding guards rescued him in time, that sword would have made him lie there neatly. This lunatic. As the young master of the top 6th rank forces, Senluo Xiaotian would only show his humble attitude in front of those cultivators of higher level forces under normal circumstances. Perhaps it is because he has been in this kind of atmosphere all the year round, so every time he encounters some low-level power cultivators, he has to do his best to pretend. He thought it would be cool. Very cool. This is the sincerity of the profound meaning. Those cultivators of low-level forces naturally dare not say anything because they are afraid of the forces behind him, so he can suppress them more recklessly and show his force. At this time, there will always be many people looking at him in awe. That's when it's the best. But today, he paid for it. Paid an arm. If the one who chopped off his arm was a cultivator of the 5th grade power and the 4th grade power, he would endure it, and even show some flattering smiles. But this one is obviously not. Not only is he not a rank 4 and rank 5 power, but he is also a cultivator of unknown power in the hottest chicken galaxy. His highest status is nothing more than a power lord of a 7th grade power. And he is so roaring. The dignified top 6th grade power young master. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 1009. Kill. Kill him for me. Kill them all. Kill them all for young Master Ben. What are you all waiting for? This young master is already injured like this. Are you all dead? Young master, let you go. The blue veins on Sen Luo Xiaoshan's forehead burst out, and the sound of breathing is extraordinarily real. There were indeed 30 or 50 people gathered around it. But most of them are in the real king realm or the one-star emperor realm. Because most of them are the geniuses of the Sen Luo family who want to enter the secret realm of Chen Tian. A rank 6 power, even a top rank 6 power, the level of young geniuses in the family cannot be too high. The one-star emperor is already the strongest. Of course, there is no shortage of strong guards from the Sen Luo family in the team. Among them, there is a 5-star emperor realm powerhouse and 2 4-star emperor master realm powerhouses guarding the side. The battle was instantly provoked. For everyone, this battle is destined to be heart-stopping. Battle, fight. The melodious sound of war drums came, and everyone's eyes instantly became excited and surging. The 5-star sovereign realm guard of the Sen Luo clan has rushed over frantically. The 2 4-star emperors are neck and neck. A vicious look gradually appeared on Sen Luo Xiaoshan's face. Die. All have to die. All have to die for me. How dare you be arrogant in front of this young master? I want you to perish completely. Sen Luo Xiaotian wanted to clench his fists tightly to show the rage in his heart. Just holding and holding, his face became more and more ugly, because his other hand was gone. At this moment, he is a one-armed hero. Angry, completely made him crazy. His face gradually became twisted and hideous. It's not allowed to kill this bastard so easily. I will capture him alive. I will slash him with 1,000 swords. I will make him suffer and die. The Sen Luo family deserves to be the top 6th rank power. Look at those guards, there are actually 5-star emperor realms. There are also 2 4-star emperor realms. Hey, with this kind of lineup, it can actually push the entire luminous sun galaxy horizontally. Indeed, I'm afraid the average 7th rank forces can't bear it. The cultivators of these luminous galaxy came to Chentian star territory proudly to enter the secret realm of Chentian to win treasure, but now, it has become like this. It's pathetic. Too humble. Hey. How can this be done? This is life. Weakness is always the original sin. I seem to have foreseen the bloody scene later. Well, me too. Wave after wave of attacks. The battle is on in an instant. Huang Shi directly confronted the 5-star sovereign realm guards of the Sen Luo clan. Galen and other heroes temporarily resisted the attack of the other 2 4-star emperor realms of the Sen Luo tribe. The Xiling Snake Charm and Guneng also joined the battlefield one after another. Simus Yang, the deputy leader of the Big Divine sect, gritted his teeth, and his face could not help but show a helpless look. According to his own thoughts, he is naturally unwilling to provoke a 6th rank power for the Big Dipper section. But seeing Fang Fan standing there, his eyes suddenly lit up. Fang Fan had saved his life before. If he chose to evacuate now, would he still be considered a person? Besides, he always felt that Fang Fan was extraordinary. Ordinary people, dare to fight directly against a top 6th rank force at the gate of Chentian City? He also directly cut off the arm of this top 6th grade power young master. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 1010. No wonder you are so arrogant in front of this young master, it turns out that you have the confidence. However, you will surely die in the end. Sen Luo Zhan. Sen Luo Chang. Give it to me. Sen Luo Xiaoshan's face showed layers of killing intent. He vowed to tear everything in front of him. Otherwise he will not be reconciled. He will be angry from the bottom of his heart. He wants to completely defuse this anger. With Sen Luo Xiaoshan's order, 2 4-star emperors flew around him. The heritage of the top 6th grade family is evident. I'm going. This young master of the Sen Luo family is very insidious. I didn't expect to hide this trick. Hey, after all, it's a top 6th rank family, and its strength is extraordinary. I actually traveled with a 5-star emperor and 4 4-star emperors. 666. That's amazing. Speaking of which, these guys from the luminous galaxy are already quite strong. The one wearing a black robe and a mask, I'll wipe it. It's actually a 5-star emperor. It's surprising. Tisk, it's just that the final result is the same. There are 4 4-star emperors on the Sen Luo family's side, and there is only one on the luminous galaxy side. The first wave of challenges is already cold. It's a pity. The people who eat melon have made their own exclamations. From their point of view, there is no so-called hope in sight. Including Ziling and others, they are all worried at this moment. Fang Fan, why don't we, or let's rush to Chentian City. It's not too far away from Chentian City. As long as they rush in, they won't dare to continue in Chentian City. Ziling took a breath, then ran to Fang Fan's side and suggested. Palace Master Fang Fan, I think Palace Master Ziling makes sense, leaving Qingshan so that there is no need to worry about burning wood. Yeah, you must save your own life. The situation is clear at a glance. The Sen Luo family continued to increase the battle strength of the 2 4-star emperors, which became the last straw that broke the camel's back. And the fact, is that so? Need not. These 2 4-star emperors, I will deal with them. Fang Fan laughed, then strode out. Lord! Barren Mountain and Wild Murder suddenly screamed in panic, for fear that something would happen to Fang Fan. Galen and other heroes also turned their heads frequently, paying attention to the battle situation on Fang Fan's side. Don't worry, it's not a big problem. Fang Fan chuckled lightly, with a calm expression in his words. Immediately, Fang Fan strode out, and suddenly took out a silver-white pistol in his hand. The Law Pistol. The power of the Law of Convergence. The Law of Desolation. Fang Fan snorted secretly, and the Law of Desolation in the surrounding area began to gather wildly. Fang Fan's eyes shone with infinite brilliance. Ha ha! What is it? Isn't this guy trying to hurt us with the power of law? Ha ha ha! It's ridiculous. However, for an absolute quasi-exaltation, it seems that only the power of the law can be used. The 2 4-star emperors of the Sen Luo clan who came running from a distance rushed over, making mocking noises. From their point of view, Fang Fan is completely committing suicide. Is this road so easy to go? It's like walking into a dead end all by yourself. But the real ending is often unexpected. Fang Fan felt that the law bullets in the law pistol had slowly formed. Then pull the trigger. Boom.